Alright, Shalom. Before I start, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Kodash, to honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone, peace, blessings, and salutations to all the elect Akim Akwath, learning, teaching, and truth and sincerity into the video through the Spirit. My brother Malak from GMS Detroit. Hey, black fatigue. Americans now, especially white Americans, are now suffering from black fatigue. The fact that they are tired of the African American population of America and want something to be done about them. Ain't that something? And, stemming from, situations like this, right, with this Hagley hoe, calling that little Jake the N-word, all right, she got lots of support, lots of money. And so now there's a movement behind it. And so then I'm going to be tying in the Afrikaners, white South Africans fleeing alleged violence admitted to U.S. by Trump administration. Them boys ain't facing no violence out there. Complete shit. So what you're seeing, y'all, is the blame shift. This is nothing new for Esau Edom, the eternal victim villain. He's lighting his own Rome on fire, and who is he going to blame? The Israelites, once again. Somehow, everything is our black faults. Ain't that amazing? So let's let the clips play. We'll get some scriptures. Esau is at his usual tactics, slander and lies, to manipulate the world into hating, the children of Israel. Why? Because he already has that perpetual hatred for us. I'm sorry, y'all. Just let it load real quick. God damn it. Alrighty.
Woman who called a 5-year-old a racial slur. My first impression after what? Let's talk about Shiloh Hendricks, the woman who called a 5-year-old a racial slur. My first impression after watching the video, a little bit of white trash. I have to be honest, the kid was 5. I have worked with 5-year-olds for the last 15 years. Absolutely everything they do is out of pocket. They're like little unhinged drunk people. Nothing they do makes sense. A 5-year-old is capable of rifling through somebody's bag and taking things that don't belong to them. Ask any kindergarten teacher. But I realize why so many people are wanting to defend this, because black fatigue is real. I think society as a whole is there. We are just so unbelievably fed up with the ghetto ratchet behavior, entitlement, the victimhood, that they want to praise this woman. But what she did is not praiseworthy. But also on the same hand, please remember that every day that
So she's playing devil's advocate, right? She's saying that what the woman did was wrong, but she can understand, and society can understand where she's coming from, because everyone's tired of black people. We're the world's problems. The reason why your taxes is high is because of us. COVID was our fault. World War I, World War II, child kidnappings, big pharma, GMO foods, all the things wrong in the world. And it's all our fault, huh? Ain't that something, y'all?
white people get on this app, we get called racial slurs every single day. So if you don't want to be called a racial slur, you also have to stop calling people racial slurs. You can't talk out of...
And so, are we excusing our people's wicked actions and demonic behavior? No. But you have to be honest. Concerning America, who transformed and changed African Americans and encouraged them and incentivized them to act ratchet and be hood rats? Who created that arena and gave them profit for doing so? White people did. You got to keep it real.
Sides of your mouth. But for the love of God, please leave the children out of it. Adults are stupid. They're going to do stupid things. But you're a different level of stupid when you bring kids into it. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. She'll be watching her back for the rest of her life. Yeah, because that's not thuggery, hoodrattery, animalistic. This is why people have black fatigue. When you act like this. It's not normal behavior. People do stupid stuff. People say stupid stuff. That's life. It's not normal to threaten to unalive people because you don't like what they're doing. But
white America does that all the time. You threaten to kill people because you don't like what they do or say. You invade countries, you blow things up, you have people assassinated, you literally have government organizations that listen to people through hidden objects in their rooms, and if they say or do something they don't like, you send in operatives to kill them. How hypocritical. So we see Esau is being backed into a corner, y'all, so he's doing what he does best, lay blame elsewhere.
here we are. People are getting sick and tired of opening up TikTok and seeing brawls on cruise ships, brawls in the airport, like literally the most ghetto behavior. We're tired. We're tired of it. But then whining and complaining and acting like it's not your fault that you act that way. Yeah, we're kind of over it.
One of my friends informed me of something called black fatigue, where Caucasian people are sick of being called racist for doing basic things. They're saying things such as, I want to be able to say the N-word. You guys say it so much. I want to be able to do what you guys do. I'm sick of everything I do being scrutinized. I'm sick of my culture and history being told that it's evil. I'm sick of saying that just because I'm white, I'm evil. I'm sick of being a white man and because I'm a man, I'm bad. Because I'm white, I'm even worse. I'm double bad, and I don't want to be known as an evil entity. And I understand. I'm with you, white people. I'm right here with you. I want to bow our heads and pray for a moment, because I know a lot of you are Christian. So we're going to bow our heads and pray. Dear God, I'm so sorry for the atrocities that black people have done to Caucasian people throughout the many years. I'm so sad that throughout all of history that black people have destroyed Caucasian people and destroyed. I'm sick of it. I'm sorry about that. I really am. I'm very sorry that you guys were persecuted and destroyed and put into separate homes and enslaved. I'm very sorry about that. I'm very sorry that you guys are now facing the backlash of systematic years of oppression and now are dealing with the fallout of it. And now you guys are finally fighting back. White solidarity, guys. White power. We finally got it back. It's so amazing. And I'm so proud of you guys for finally sticking up for yourselves and finally, throughout all the years, you guys have never done this before. You guys finally are all coming together as white people and finally realizing that it's pointless to fight amongst yourselves, pointless to do that. You guys are all coming together and finally taking a...
So, I'm sorry, I'm gonna stop it right there, but you see, he's being satirical. You know, the first two clips is what we needed. We know what this is, right? This is Sirach. All the blame that they've been getting, they're getting mad about it, and they're spinning it back, right? One of the go-to scriptures. You have to go to it. You have to go to it, because this is the psychology of the man who is guilty. Sirach 41 and almost missed my turn. Sirach 41, I'm sorry, right at verse 6. It says, the inheritance of sinners' children shall perish, and their posterity shall have a perpetual reproach. The children will complain of an ungodly father, because they shall be reproached for his sake. And that's essentially what we're seeing. Because of their demonic forefathers' actions, they've garnered a bad reputation, and they're sick of living under that shadow. Now, the idea is to point the finger at us to, redirect blame, to get the spotlight off of themselves. And this is a common tactic of Esau, Edom, right here. And now we know that the Christians were Israelites who believed and followed Yahushua. It says what? Yes, in ancient Rome, Christians were blamed for a variety of issues. A variety. Like they were rolling around deconstructing Rome physically. It says primarily due to misunderstandings and suspicions surrounding their beliefs and practices. One notable example is Emperor Nero blaming Christians for the Great Fire of Rome in 64 AD to deflect blame from himself. This led to their persecution and execution, with some being tortured and crucified. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, wants to redirect blame from himself and from all the evils that he's committed, and redirect them at us, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and soon, very specifically, the Israelites. The reason why your dollar has grown weak, the reason why your foods and clothes are poisoned, the very Wi-Fi and internet waves that are floating around in the air. All the bad, negative things, it's not from the scientists. It's not from the elite banking families. It's not from these rich monopoly or monopolizing companies who have every sector in control. Nope. It's Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. It's all our faults. Ain't that something? I'm gonna look at it has a couple ones, right? Misunderstanding of their beliefs, rejection of Roman gods, rumors and suspicions, political concerns, and blame for disasters. I want to read the last two. It says political concerns. It says Roman leaders saw Christians as a potential destabilizing force due to their refusal to honor the emperor and their adherence to a new independent faith. Blame for disasters. Christians were blamed for natural disasters or military setbacks, being seen as scapegoats for divine displeasure. Wow. So in ancient times, they blamed things that are outside of our control on us. They're doing the same thing again today. Persecution of the Christians in the Roman Empire. It says during their early history, Christians were persecuted, tortured, mutilated, raped, and massacred throughout the Roman Empire, beginning in the 1st century AD and ending in 4th century. Originally a polytheistic empire in the traditions of Roman paganism and the Hellenistic religion, as Christianity spread through the empire, it came to an ideological conflict with the imperial cult of ancient Rome. So what we're seeing, y'all, is the revival of this in the world, right? Nothing new under the sun. Esau is putting the blame back on Israel once again. So coming back here, what I want to do, we're going to grab this, First Maccabees, because this popped up several times. I just remembered it. Essentially, y'all, what they want to do is wipe out our generation. They want to wipe us out from the face of the earth, the Israelites, and they'll look for any excuse. All the atrocities that are going on and all the people that are committing them were the least of their worries. Are niggas acting a fool? Yes, they are. Who's really acting a fool on the earth? The so-called white man. So what I'm gonna do, I happened to be watching something the other night, right? Watching Mojo. It was like top 50 disasters in the world, right? And literally about 40 out of 50 were major events in the world, all caused by, guess who? The so-called white man. Some of the biggest world's disasters on this planet in history have been caused by who? The so-called white man. World War I, World War II. What are you talking about, y'all? What are these people really fucking talking about? Nothing at all. First Maccabees 5:1, it says, now when the nations round about heard that the altar was built and the sanctuary renewed as before, it displeased them very much. So literally, y'all, the Maccabees had rebuilt the temple. Right now, we're rebuilding the spiritual temple. And these things displeased the heathen. Verse 2, wherefore they thought to destroy the generation of Jacob that was among them, and thereupon they began to slay and destroy the people. They want to wipe us out, y'all. 2 Maccabees 8:9. Then forthwith, choosing Nicanor, the son of Patroclus, one of his special friends, he sent him with no fewer than 20,000 of all nations under him, to root out the whole generation of the Jews. And with him he joined also Georgius, a captain who in matters of war had great experience. Once again, to destroy and to root out our generation. That's the goal. So they will lie and slander, they will paint things, and they will reimagine things to have an excuse in the eyes of the people, regardless of the fact that it's simply not true. So if you didn't know, you should know, y'all. What we're dealing with is about to get very serious in this world. We're living on a planet where everybody on here is about to try to come wipe us out. And only one man can save us, and that man is Yahweh Shai. And we're seeing Esau Edom. This is the groundwork that he's laying before he comes in with persecution. All right, so coming back, it's that same spirit all over again, right? Ancient Edom, them wanting to wipe us out. Let me see, make sure. Controversies. Oh wow, yeah, yep. Hey, and you best believe, y'all, they're going to, the average, when they, really start coming for us, right? They're going to have our faces on the news. They're going to publicize us. But the public is going to be all for it. The citizens are going to be all for watching innocent Negro, Latino, Native American men, women, and children be slaughtered. All right, and specifically us, those pertaining to the ministry. They're not going to have any qualms with watching these injustices play out. All right, but the difference is from that time to now is that we're going to get delivered out of it all. All right, they're going to kill some of us. We know that because of the scriptures, but they will not wipe out our seed utterly, which they've tried. This is how we know that, this is once again, that's Psalms 83. All these heathen have been teamed up, and Esau's at the helm of it, leading the charge. Now let me get this, just showing you how hypocritical these assholes are. Now they're saying that, Afrikaners, they're being genocided, so they're letting them come to the country illegally. So now they're allowed to come, right? But they're nice and white, right? Man, y'all, I can't wait for this fucking battle and this struggle to be over of us versus them. These people are just full fucking liars. The only reason why they're in power is because the Heavenly Father has allowed them. They really believe their own shit. The men and the women. The women, they believe they're the best looking thing walking. The men believe we're gonna fucking absolutely just wreck their life.
Rejected Trump's offer and have said they do not want to move.
We have to state categorically, we don't want to move elsewhere. We are not going to ask our children now.
Hey, brother's been doing videos on them. I just did one recently. The Afrikaners, right? These are Amalekites, Edomites, right? German, Dutch, whatnot, moved in there in the mid 1900s and took over South Africa, right? Then under the system of apartheid, which is, South Africa's version of Jim Crow. The so-called white man went to South America, took over, and set up themselves a safe haven while oppressing the native peoples of that land, right? Hamites, and there might be some Jakes mixed in, right?
President Trump has declared white South Africans are going through a genocide. 50 white South Africans arrived today as refugees, in line with the president's executive order. Breaking news!
Why are you creating an expedited path into the country for Afrikaners but not others?
Because they're being killed, and we don't want to see people be killed. But it's a genocide that's taking place that you people don't want to write about. But it's a terrible thing that's taking place, and farmers are being killed. They happen to be white, but whether they're white or black makes no difference to me. But white farmers are being brutally killed, and their land is being confiscated.
By who? He's lying.
Creating and
He's literally lying. That's the exact opposite of what happened. The indigenous dark-skinned folk were brutally slaughtered and killed for their land and resources. What is he talking about? What are they talking about, y'all? It's literally pure falsehood and insanity. But this is what they run on. And I believe I have a clip. Let me see some. I have a clip saved in here. I'm pretty sure of. It was a debate between between an actual black South Africa. Oh, here we go, right here. Boom.
Negro does not need a home. He can sleep under a tree. Well, not only is this absolutely fictitious, but he forgot to mention the fact that brick and concrete trees, known to most people as houses, are costing thousands, millions of dollars of the white taxpayers' money annually.
What did you say? I didn't get the point. Said what houses?
Well, you see, this journalist said...
South Africa. Y'all, they've been on this time. This is a clip from 1956. They've been on this time, justifying themselves in as they genocide you and take you over. This is how they get down.
Dr.
Yes,
Milan,
I got that point. You say what houses costing the government millions of dollars?
I
what
said
houses?
Concrete and brick and cement houses for the Bantu peoples.
But these are the Bantus that are working for you in the factories. How did you get the money? They got the money, they mine the gold, got the gold, and you...
So once again, the same topic. It's our fault. We're costing the government this and that. Wait a minute. These are the people you showed up and conquered and took over. What are you talking about? And Bantu are Israelites, in which you do have Bantu in South Africa. So once again, the same rhetoric. And we got our mans from Nigeria getting it together.
The gold outside. You got the money and you say the money is yours.
Of course
You
it
can't
is.
do that's a contradiction,
Look,
please.
we came along. We bought the machinery. We developed the mines.
From where did you get the machinery from the mines in Johannesburg? Do you own the
No,
mines?
we got
Who
our
was the
machinery.
mines?
We got our machinery from Great Britain.
Who
From
was-
the money that was what was got with the diamonds and
How
the
did you get the
were
diamonds out of the
alluvial.
ground?
No native labor there.
How did you
Boniface.
get the diamonds out of the ground?
They weren't dug out of the ground. They were alluvial diamonds. No
Liar.
native labor there, my boy.
What do the natives do? You know what, Suzanne? What?
Europe doesn't have any of those resources. She doesn't just want to admit the truth. This is what they do. This is them, y'all. This is Edom.
One point you must get right down to the crux of the matter is that in this country, the Africans are really the backbone of your economy. And it is one of that cases where you get this question of man's inhumanity to man. And every day you come here to complain about misrepresentation in the American press. In the actual,
The Negro does not.
This is the same shit all over again, y'all. Wow. You know, we fighting the same fight that our ancestors have been fighting all these years past. I'm just talking about in 1956. I'm talking about all the way back then, y'all. It's the same battle with these fucking lying devils, because that's exactly what they are. So right here, y'all, got my handy dandy tab, right? Examples of Esau Edom's cruelty. You know, was learning some stuff about Nestle or Nestel. You know, absolute demonic demons. You know, child labor, right? Poisonous chemicals, you know, being fed to your baby, Similac, that bullshit, right? You know, all that, you know, the biz quick, right? Killing you quick. Literally, y'all, these people are the source of all the evil in the world. Right? Which, you know, all nationalities are capable of evil, right? And us, the Israelites, we're the chosen people. So, you know, we're the ones who broke our contract with the Heavenly Father, hence we're being punished for our sins. Nevertheless, all nationalities are capable of evil in general. Who does the most evil on the planet? Esau Edom, the so-called white man, without a doubt. 50 worst mistakes ever made. Top 50 moments that made the world stand still. These were hour-long videos I watched the other day. Who do you think, what nationality of people do you think is behind 90% of the incidents in these two videos? I'll take a moment. Come on, y'all. You already know. They got George Bush on the front of one. It shouldn't take you that long to guess.
Chap is a trap. Google Playcam. Download apps, not traps.
Got a brand new attitude, like bing bang boom on a pink balloon, like I just do what I wanna do.
One of the atomic reactors at the Chernobyl atomic power.
What nationality of people are responsible for the Chernobyl nuclear reactor meltdown?
Plant near the city of Kiev was damaged, and there is speculation in Moscow that people were injured and may have died.
Where is Moscow? What color do them people call themselves? Moscow isn't ran by black people, is it? So-called.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're looking at the
the Zodiac Killer.
Historical, financial, and technological blunders of all time.
There were witchcraft outbreaks.
Know what to do.
But this accident is far less complex.
Know what to do.
Before Deepwater Horizon, the Exxon Valdez oil spill was the largest in America.
Who is Exxon owned by? Right, and this one happened before the big BP spill. Come on, man. We already starting off with these people.
History. Shortly after midnight on March 24th. At the time, Captain Joe Hazelwood was below decks, sleeping off, quote, 2 or 3 Exxon Shipping Company for failing. In 1836, the Texas Revolution was underway, with the Anglo-American resident.
Which one?
The Alamo. White Edomite Texans killing Issachar and them in the Northern Kingdom over that patch of land.
Of their fellow Texians.
This is from...
Unfortunately, they could. By 1452, The Ottoman Empire already had its eyes on it, each weighing 1,200 pounds, devastated the Theodosian walls, which were impenetrable for about 800 years prior. The Ottoman Sultan also carried warships, heavy submarines. Maybe they're designed to reach astonishing depths.
These idiots made the submarines too heavy and started. Motherfuckers went down and never came up. Just idiots. The most destructive. These people are the most destructive things on the face of the earth. Yet they love to point the finger. And I got something in here that's just so fucking drop dead hilarious, y'all. It's a damn joke. You're gonna see in a minute.
That's no good if it's the sub.
And so I'm just skimming through them quickly, letting you see them. They don't have them time stamped. Let me see. Maybe somebody would timestamp them in the comments. Nope, it doesn't. Oh, here we go. Excellent. Okay, perfect. Good man.
100 tons accurately describing the
Now look at this shit. This is fucking hilarious, y'all.
Zodiac Killer. The self-named Zodiac Killer held Northern California in a state of terror in the late 1960s. The serial killer taunted police by sending multiple letters and ciphers to the local press.
The killer contacts local press. He includes a strange 3-part coded message or cipher.
Zodiac eluded authorities for a year before narrowly escaping capture in 1969. After shooting San Francisco taxi driver Paul Stein, Zodiac was able to flee the scene because the physical description provided to police officers over dispatch was wrong.
That they may have said something like, the man's wearing a black jacket or black pants. And somehow the dispatcher misheard this and then repeated they were looking for a black man instead of a white man.
This mistake enabled Zodiac to walk directly by 2 police officers who unwittingly allowed the killer to escape.
Y'all, these people are so gung-ho and so uptight chasing us around the earth. These niggas let a fucking serial killer escape. They heard somebody say black, and immediately they didn't. As soon as the word black came out, black man. They still that nigga Zodiac Killer. Boy, that boy got great grandchildren by now. Walked clean past the cops, because instead of looking for a white man with black pants, they were looking for a black man. But wait a minute, I thought we were stupid and illiterate. How could we be such a sophisticated serial killer capable of constantly eluding you? Isn't that an oxymoron? I thought we were incapable of that. These people can't even think fucking straight, y'all. They can't even think straight. They just want to do us bad. My goodness, y'all. My goodness. Let's look at some more disasters from these people.
Investigators did not. The deep.
I got freckles!
How good is that?
Isn't it beautiful?
This is. For these repairs, said this spokesperson, we can't be taken for fools and pay for the privilege.
The Deepwater Horizon oil spill.
126 people were on board at the time of the explosion.
Some jumped more than 75 feet into the ocean.
A multitude of factors went into the Deepwater Horizon explosion and oil spill. A central mistake was the failure to correctly respond to the signs of impending disaster. Pressure tests indicated that the well was not properly sealed, but the readings were misinterpreted.
Mayday, this is Deepwater Horizon. We've had a major explosion.
When a nigga fucks up, you know, he might just drop something down the street, forget his keys. When a white man fucks up, he leaks 300 million gallons of oil into the ocean. Who's really fatiguing the earth? Y'all got black fatigue? The earth is fatigued with Esau's rulership. Come on, man.
Need assistance?
This error was compounded by a rush to complete the drilling operation.
These idiots ordered the wrong size trains.
Sells out.
You know that when people hear your story, they say to themselves, my gosh, $22 billion, he could have had it.
What can I say?
Hindsight is 2020. That's something with their fledgling.
If I had stayed with Apple...
We've seen submarines too big for their ports, but what about trains too wide for their platforms? That's what happened in France in 2014, when France's national rail company SNCF put in an order for 2,000 brand new trains. The trains...
These niggas ordered the wrong size trains. You do the math when them bitches hit the road. Come on, man.
Who offset this? In pressure on Russia through
There was no
in the tragic collision.
when I got out on the ground.
Feels great to be alive. I'd be lying if I said anything else.
An investigation found that the accident resulted from critical miscommunication between KLM captain Jakob Feldhausen von Santen and air traffic control. Ambiguous and non-standard.
Smacking airplanes in midair, all the air in planet Earth, and these people are smacking planes together in the air. So, I just saw some of these clips, y'all. These people, when they blunder, it results in planetary suffering. Yet, they've been able to convince the world that we're the bad ones who have to be wiped out. Ain't it crazy, y'all, what we're dealing with? That's why it's going to be a great day when this man is brought down. Because all he does is slander us and lie on us, and soon we'll be justified by Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. That's the great thing, right? So I'll end it with this one, Revelation 12 and 10. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now has come salvation and strength in the kingdom of our power, and the power of his Mashiach. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night. So soon he's about to be cast down, y'all. And, we'll go down to verse 12. He's coming down with that great wrath because he knows that he hath for a short time. So this is all a part of it, man. The accuser of our brethren. This dude is just a motherfucker. We're the bad guys. Meanwhile, he's destroying all life on earth. Well, speed running to get it done. Hey, so that's about it, man. We give all praises to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rachachurash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, peace, blessings, and salutations to all the elect Akim, Wa'akwath, learning and teaching in truth and sincerity. Shalom.